Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 1665.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about an interview that Jeff Bezos had with CNBC today and why he said not to worry about an AI bubble. When Bezos was asked if we could be in an AI bubble by CNBC's Andrew Ross Sorkin in an interview on Squawk Box, he said, even if it does turn out to be a bubble, you shouldn't worry about it because the bubble is driving investment, and a lot of the investment is going to turn out to be very healthy. Now, why would he say that? Well, I think Bezos was explaining that during major technological shifts, initially, capital floods into everything, and some companies will fail, some ideas will disappear, and some valuations will collapse. Some companies that you think are going to be the winners don't end up being the winners. I've been through that before. The leaders don't always remain in the lead, and that's very difficult for anyone to predict accurately who the long-term winners are going to be. And I think that was one of his points there. But he also was talking about infrastructure being built during periods of change that affect the world positively on a permanent basis. And history supports that. The railroad bubble built railroads. The dot-com bubble built the internet. The telecom bubble built fiber infrastructure. Most investors remember the crashes, I certainly do, but civilization remembers the infrastructure that remained afterward. And that may be exactly what's happening with AI right now. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta, and others are spending staggering amounts of money on data centers, chips, software models, and AI infrastructure. Estimates now suggest big tech could collectively spend hundreds of billions annually on AI expansion. What Bezos sees about that is industrial acceleration. Some people may be seeing speculation, but there can also be a real technological revolution happening at the same time. Both can be true. The internet absolutely had a bubble, but that didn't stop Amazon from becoming one of the most valuable companies in history. In fact, some people say bubbles create overbuilding, which is required for future productivity explosions. Right now, AI is beginning to impact things like software development, healthcare, finance, education, robotics, defense, media, and scientific discovery. And this may be one of the largest productivity shifts in modern economic history. Now, that doesn't mean every AI company is going to win. As I said, some will disappear, some valuations will be irrational, some investors will lose chasing hype. But the bigger mistake may be sitting out entirely on the sidelines while the foundation of a new economic era is being built, because transformative wealth is usually created during periods that feel uncomfortable, excessive, and uncertain in real time, not after everything feels safe. And besides just creating new companies, AI is reshaping the value of existing companies. It's creating more productivity per employee. And businesses that successfully integrate AI into their operations may dramatically improve margins and scalability, customer acquisition, and profitability. And if they do, that means AI becomes less about which AI stock wins and more about which companies successfully harness the technology, which is a much broader investment opportunity. I don't think we're anywhere near the end of the AI cycle. I think we're just at the very beginning of a decades-long transformation. There will still be volatility and corrections. There will still be bankruptcies and failures. And we can all see that, yes, there is speculation in the market that's really hyping up some valuations. And since there aren't that many AI companies right now, pure AI plays, that is, a handful are getting a lot of additional valuation. But that doesn't mean that we're at a bubble yet. Someday, I believe that will be true. But for now, I think we're just at the beginning of a trend that's going to change nearly everything. And what I know from living through past bubbles is that there's a lot of additional value that's created long before we see the peak of the bubble. And that's an opportunity for more wealth building for all of us. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available. And all of my podcasts are on my website at lindapjones.com/podcasts. And while you're there, sign up for my weekly newsletter for more wealth tips for your financial freedom. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.